So today we are going to see how to create 2D rain in Unity. Hi guys, I'm Gabriel Aguiar and I'm going to use Rabbit's Tale, a Metroidvania game we are developing here at Golden Bug. Links below to find out more. I'm going to use a scene from the game we are developing to show you how to create this simple but cool rain effect. So, without further ado, let's jump right into this. So as you can see, I'm using 3 particle systems. I'm layering 3 rain effects. The one in the back is slower, then we got the one in the middle that hits the ground, and the one in the foreground which is bigger and faster. By the way, I am in the universal render pipeline and I'm using the 2D renderer. Alright, so with right click, let's go ahead and create a particle system. I'm going to rename this one to Rain Ground. And the first thing I'm going to change is the shape. I want to use an edge. Since we are in 2D, an edge is more than enough. We can increase the radius to stretch this line. I'm gonna set it to 60 so it covers this scene. I'm gonna push it way up here, above the ceiling. Let's imagine that these caves are moisty. By the way, it's really important to set the Z to 0. Otherwise you may not see the effect while in plane mode. And we don't want to use the start speed. We are going to control the motion with the velocity over lifetime. So down here let's turn it on. If we use negative values for the Z, we get the beginning of a rain effect. Great, let's make sure it's random between 2 constants. In my case I'm gonna use something between -20 and -40. It's going to be faster because we are going to use the gravity in a moment, by the way. For now, let's go down here and stretch this. In the random mode, we can say it's stretched billboard. And the speed scale, well, the faster it is, the more stretched it will be. I'm gonna use a small value like 0.04. And up here, I'm going to decrease the start size. I'm gonna make it random first, between 0.05 and 0.3. Cool. The color is random between a light gray. And this is a little bit too bright, so I'm gonna say the start color is random between a light gray and a darker gray, middle tone gray. So it isn't so persistent. Okay, that's much better. But as you can see, it's going behind the ground, where the player will walk. In my case, to fix this, I'm going to increase the ordering layer, I'm using the default layer, to 50. Cool. And since this is a ground, it will look awesome if the rain collided with the ground. So let's turn on collision, let's say the type is world and the mode is 2D, and as soon as we do it we get particles bouncing everywhere. I don't know what it is raining here, but it doesn't look like water. We only need to increase the dampen to 0.5 and decrease the bounce to 0.5 as well. Still weird because we don't have gravity. As soon as we set the gravity to 9, we get a cool looking rain. It's a little bit more stretched, that's totally fine. And it bounces a little bit in the ground. It still lives for way too long whenever it hits the ground. We can decrease the lifetime to half of the remaining lifetime, 0.5. This way it will die a little bit faster and disappear and go away. Another cool thing we can do is increase the emission. The rate over time we can set it to 20. I'm gonna say lifetime is random between 3 and 6, and I guess that's pretty much it. Oh, we can use the size over lifetime, so it shrinks towards the end of the lifetime. Yeah, from big to small, this curve is great, and it will look nice. Cool, but we are still using the default material. If you are fine with that, that's okay. I can quickly show you how to create a texture, and it will look a little bit better. For example, something like this. I'm gonna go to create a new file with 1024 by 1024 pixels. I'm gonna select one of these brushes and decrease the fade to 0. And then select the white color, increase the radius, and create this very simple shape. With right click, I'm gonna go to layer styles and add an outer glow, increase the size and the spread, and that's it. One of the last adjustments you can do is use the erase tool to remove whatever you don't like, basically. Okay, This is fine for the tutorial. I'm gonna hide the black background and export as a PNG to my project. And that's it. We can create a material now. And up here we can say it's universal render pipeline, particles, and lit. We don't need this to be influenced by the lights. For the base map, we can select the texture we just created. I named it Particle01. I'm gonna say the surface type is transparent and the blending mode is additive. And then drag and drop this material to the renderer of the Rain Foreground particle system. And here we go. That's pretty much it. We may need to increase the size, but the motion is there. Now let's create the rain for the background. We simply need to duplicate the Rain Foreground, rename it. I'm gonna decrease the grays, almost black, so it becomes really transparent. I'm going to decrease the start size to half. I'm gonna turn off collision as well. And I'm gonna say the sorting layer is middle ground or background. Yeah, background seems to be better for this case. And decrease the speed scale so it isn't so stretched. It's far away, basically. And increase the rate over time because since it is far away, we can see much more rain. I'm gonna increase a little bit the start size of both particle systems, from the back and from the ground rain. Yep, in the back, I'm going to also decrease the velocity. Actually, we can set the gravity to 0. Just like this. Looking good. Finally, we can duplicate the Rain Foreground to create the rain front, which will be much bigger the start size. And the grays are going to be much darker, almost transparent. Since it is additive, the shader, dark colors will become transparent, by the way. And then for the sorting layers, I'm gonna select foreground. And if I play everything together, it isn't that bad. I'm actually going to increase much more the size, the start size of the rain front to 0.5 and 1.5. And pretty much select almost a black color so it is transparent. And make them go much faster in the velocity over lifetime and decrease the rate over time. Okay. Basically, the rain in the front is bigger and faster, the rain in the middle should be a little bit more perceptible, and the rain in the back should be smaller and in bigger quantity. And that's how you create a 2D rain, a layered 2D rain, which looks much better than simply one particle system. And it's still a simple effect to create, and it adds a really nice touch to any scene. I'm actually going to stretch even more the rain in front. Yeah, why not? And that's it. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this video. It would be really cool if you guys could follow the development of Rabbit's Tale. I left some links below in the comments and in the description. Game is looking beautiful. And in case you guys want to support us, we have a Patreon page with a lot of assets for your games, visual effects assets, plenty of projectiles, explosions, so many things. I want to say thank you to each patron for supporting the last month, and a quick shout out to the top tier patrons, which are 3D Sorcery, Alpera Chai, Achilles Benitez, Aviat Tobali, I Pranayenda, Cludy, Krubidubidu, Diego Marcos, Duke Williams, Duitran, Edward Chai, Gabriel Orlovsky, Gilles Walter, Giuseppe Manfregula, Goblin Plague, Guilherme Trindade, KC Miller, Karen Anselm, Mark Anum, Mateus Bragança, Michael Gen, Mograph Tech, Nat Sims, Oitz, Pradip Sen, Quentin Journo, Radioactive Bullfrog, Scorpio Servo, Shanik Galthier, Cho MSO, Steven T. Megal Brown, Val Verisuta, Victor Roman, Will Hughes, Will Poilion, Xiao Pianling, Myung Lakson, and Ingu Das. Thank you very much for your support, you guys are awesome. Really appreciate to anyone who watched this video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks, bye.